If you're a busy woman trying to juggle family, work, and everything in between, and you're also trying to balance your blood sugar, regain your energy, and feel like $1,000,000, this video is for you. We're talking simplified cooking, meal planning, and a very delicious recipe at the end. We're going to talk about the 5 most common complaints that I hear from busy women and how we can address those so that you can achieve your goals and get on with your health journey. So if you're interested, keep watching. The number one complaint that I hear from most of my clients is that they don't have time to cook, even though they're very focused on improving their health. So here's my suggestion. Take Sunday afternoon, a couple hours on Sunday, decide which proteins and which vegetables you want to cook and have them ready for the rest of the week. This is called batch cooking. All you do is you put some salmon on a tray. You can brown some meat like beef or turkey, or you can grill some chicken and you can have that ready to go in containers so that you can grab and go. This, in addition to roasting some veggies, you can take some onions and peppers, sweet potatoes or squash, anything like that. You can just put it in the oven with a little bit of olive oil and some seasonings, and then you have meals ready to go. This will create a nice foundation for you to make protein bowls, to make wraps, or to just have on hand so that you can put together a meal without having to run out to a fast food place or just feel like you're starving at the last minute. Complaint number 2 is I grab and go and I wait too long to eat, and so I just grab whatever is available. And it's not usually a good choice. And so here's my suggestion for you. Make some grab and go meals. How about some chia puddings or some egg bites? You can take eggs and add some vegetables, put them in the oven in muffin tins, freeze that, and you have them ready to go. Also, you can make a salad in a jar. Just protein at the bottom, some greens, tomatoes, cucumbers, pumpkin seeds, a little bit of dressing, shake it up, take it to go, and then you'll be so much happier. When you're trying not to stop working or doing what you're doing to eat, now it's too late. By the time you're hungry, you're starving, and you're going to end up eating the first bar, the first candy that you find, and with those high spikes in blood sugar and deep crashes. That's when you feel fatigued, overwhelmed, and you start craving more and more sugar, and then you get back on that cycle. So the best thing is to think about protein, fiber, and healthy fats. So we're always thinking about protein first, then we're adding some fiber, and lastly, think about the fats, the healthy fats being coconut oil, olives, nuts, seeds. And you can use nuts and seeds or avocados, for example, as part of that meal that are going to round out the meal and help you feel more satisfied. For example, you could take a can of tuna or a can of salmon, mix it with some avocado, put that on a bed of greens, add some pumpkin seeds on top or some sesame seeds or sunflower seeds, a little dressing, and you have a great lunch versus running out and getting a granola bar or something on the go that's just going to leave you hungry and low energy. Complaint number 3, I don't know what to make or buy. And I know this is such a universal complaint because it's very overwhelming to go to the grocery store and find so many things to choose from. As you have probably heard, staying on the outside of the grocery store is my recommendation. And what you want to think about is that mantra: protein, fiber, fat. Protein, fiber, fat. Protein being an animal source, eggs, or some lentils, beans, legumes. Fiber would be anything coming from a plant, fruits, vegetables, combination of both. Healthy fats, your olive oil, your coconut oil, nuts, seeds, avocado, all that. Just put it all together. Think about how can I combine these things and make some meals for myself? And you'll be amazed at how many combinations of foods you can make. I'm going to give you a PDF that you can download with my Nourishing Frameworks. It has frameworks for you to think about food combinations that you can put together really quickly using those tips that I have been talking about, and how you should always have some protein on hand, some fiber, and some healthy fats. Complaint number 4 is I don't have time to cook every single night. Who does? We don't have time to cook every single night either. So what do? We're thinking about protein, fiber, fat. You have your protein, you have your veggies, and you can just make the veggies to go with the protein. For example, cauliflower rice one night. You may have a salad to go with that, with your grilled chicken on top. Dress that with tahini, lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, and it's a completely different meal that you can make the next day. And you can take those foods and make a completely different meal the next day. You could make a wrap, for example, put that on an almond tortilla, cassava tortilla, gluten-free tortilla of some kind, even collard greens. If you take collard greens and steam them and take the stem off, you can roll all that up, and that makes it into a very high calcium meal, which is going to help your bones. But all of this is just a matter of thinking about, how do I want to eat my protein, fiber, and fat? You could always make soup and reheat it the next night. And all of this is going to keep your blood sugar balanced. It's going to keep you satisfied, and you're not going to have those blood sugar crashes. So you will not have the sugar cravings, which is the number one reason why people fail at trying to lose weight and improve their diet, improve their health. Complaint number 5 is, I want something sweet, but I can't bake every night. And I hope that you're not baking every night. You can make sweet treats that take only 10 minutes to make or less, and you can still be satisfied in it. They won't make your blood sugar crash. And so I have made these little protein balls, and I'm going to give you the recipe so you can make your own. I made mine with sunflower oil. I use hemp seeds on the outside. Hemp seeds are high in protein. You can add protein powder. You can add chocolate chips or dried fruit, all kinds of nuts, any seeds, and put them all together just in your food processor or your blender. And you shape them into little balls, roll them into coconut shreds or hemp seeds, and you have a delicious treat that you can keep in your refrigerator and have it every night with tea. That's what I do, and I absolutely love it. I have worn a glucose monitor, continuous glucose monitor, and it does not spike my blood sugar, especially if you're eating it after a meal that has protein, fiber, and healthy fats. So let's do a recap of the 5 tips. Number 1, batch cook your protein and your veggies. Number 2, make grab-and-go meals. Number 3, use a simple formula to shop. 4, make 2 base meals and remix them for variety. And number 5, make sure you make a blood sugar balancing treat that is going to be delicious, and it's going to wrap up your meal really nicely and keep you from craving. These tips are not about perfection. They're about creating a nourishing meal plan that you can follow easily no matter how busy your week is. They will help you nourish you, support your metabolism, and support your blood sugar. I will link my nourishing frameworks in the description for you, as well as the recipe for this healthy treat that you need to try right away. Remember to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.